What's up, what's up, what's up, y'all? It's another episode of For Your Records. I am your girl, King Tif. And he was heard already. This nigga Tif here.
What's up?
Hold on, y'all, because I got one of the best interviewers in Cleveland in this thing. Hold on.
I don't know about that.
You an award winner, though.
Look, thank you.
That's how it goes. You an award winner, though, right?
That's facts.
You know, you gotta shout yourself a little bit.
We still grinding, though. You know what I'm saying? When you grinding, you don't even think about it like that.
That's true.
I know I know I do what I do, but I know I need to get a lot better to get where I want to go.
But how though? Like, how do you feel? How you feel like you need to grow? Because that's where I be at. It'd be like, well, yeah, I need to grow, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Like what?
You gotta give yourself credit where it's due.
Facts.
So it's like, okay, so let's do this. What are things that you know you bomb as fuck? Like, you bomb as fuck. Like, this my shit. I know I'm that nigga. Like, you know
what is it?
Yeah, like you know the good.
When I sit down with somebody.
Period.
When I get in the room and we throw the flag, and we throw the lights on, and we hit that record, I know I'm gonna knock it out. Because that's just, it's easy to talk to people. Especially people who want to talk.
That's true.
And you wouldn't come on an interview show and not want to talk.
That's true. I think that's so funny you say that, because I feel like oftentimes people ask like, oh, okay, well, I like this podcaster because of this, and I like them because of this, and they ask this, and yada, yada, yada. I'm like, do y'all not realize what makes a good guest?
Big facts. Big facts.
People come on the podcast and they think they're a good guest, and they
dry.
not. You gotta be talkative. You gotta be willing to talk. Like, people be giving real quick answers, don't want to go into depth. Like, you gotta realize what you came on the show for. So if you listening for real, I really want this to be out here, because I've noticed that people want to throw shots about like their favorite podcaster and why they like them and this and this and this.
I don't be seeing none of that.
I see it a lot. I don't know. I follow a lot of people though, and you know, it's women.
Okay.
Women have a different mindset on things versus men. Men are very cool. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They gonna pick who they pick and keep pushing.
Some of these men ain't that too many.
They not all that right.
We ain't gonna talk
but
about
what
that
I will
right
say is, I think what comes down to it is when you think about your favorite podcast and you say, oh, I don't like them because they do this or they do that. Realize who they talking to and kind of realize what the guest is doing. Like, pay attention. Pay attention.
True that. Because sometimes
they gotta take over.
That's the only way they you gonna get anything today.
But there are many times I felt like I had to take over a whole episode, and you be like, damn, okay, well, on to the day. All right, well, like sometimes you just gotta keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? But what do you feel like you can work on?
Everything.
Everything.
Really just I want to get so good at the research part of it, where I'm like really.
I feel like that's where I'm good at. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like.
See, I'm good off the hip. Like, I can get a little bit of a structured foundation of somebody and be like, all right, I already know where I'm going. And then once they start talking, it's like, okay, I can pick up on what they really want to talk about. But when I've done a few interviews where I just sat and did research for days, and it was a completely different interview. It was a completely different interview because you could go in depth on certain things, about certain things that they went through.
You know what's the worst though?
What?
When you interview somebody and then like you'll go on their social media or something like that, and you'll be like, damn, we could have talked about that.
Facts.
Like, hold on.
So where do you start your research? Because that's literally my start and finish.
Instagram?
Yeah.
When I invite people on the podcast,
we gonna find out.
I already reach out to them based off their Instagram. Like, I already probably was paying attention to you.
True that.
Most 9 times out of 10, if I reach out to the guests that I have, I already was paying attention to the stuff that they may comment about music and just they take on what it was, and I'll be like, that was an interesting take, or that was an interesting thing. Sometimes if I've been paying attention for so long, you might show up in the shade room comments, and I'm paying attention to what you come in there.
Wow.
That's how stalker I get.
Wow. Okay.
But what I will say is my biggest thing these days is Twitter. You learn so much about somebody's personality on Twitter.
That's a fact.
It's like,
I can see that, because I'm a different motherfucker on Twitter.
Yeah, like, I hate people who, like, I see the personality, I see everything, and then I finally bring them on, and they attitude don't match what was on Twitter or something like that. So that's really the only downfall to it when you doing them Twitter searches. But like Twitter really is everything. Like you can get a lot of different people's opinions on things just by going through their likes and just like what they retweeted.
You be going through their likes?
Yeah.
I have never thought about that.
I do that. I be like, dang, you like this?
I need to ask you to. Yeah. Look.
Yeah.
That team?
Yeah. That's what we was talking about too. Facts. As we get bigger, we need to build teams. So if you are a person that you know that you can contribute in any way, in any fashion,
to do anything, whether it's graphic design, videography,
editing, anything along those lines.
Look, big administrative work. You know how much?
You know what I'm saying? Anything along those lines. Like if you know, like the stuff I just said, like research. If you know that you a stalker,
if you just love to research people. Man, holla at me. Give me the bullet points and we can roll.
No, for real. Because I don't think people like know what that. They people just be like, oh yeah, she just came with a podcast. I'm like, do y'all not realize the research I had to go with this shit?
Oh my god.
Do you not realize I have a whole 4-year record segment? I have to go back in time and find songs and albums that y'all was fucking with back in 2002 and I don't even know if y'all was fucking with it.
Wow.
Like shit like that.
True that.
Shit like that. True that. So it's like, it's a lot that go with that. Even with the guests, I got to figure out what they like and figure out what we can talk about based on what they like and what I already know. Mm-hmm. It's a lot that goes into that. Yeah. So don't just say, oh, podcasting is easy, because I would like to see you do it.
Facts. That's why so many get started and
don't stop. People really
keep going.
Or I see a lot of people, no shade to, because I feel like as soon as I say this, people don't think I'm throwing shade. But I'm not. But I'm just saying, like, when people start a podcast, you see that they'll kind of go ghost for a minute, and then they'll kind of got to rebrand themselves and come back out, because they didn't realize everything that go into podcasting.
Right.
Sometimes people will get into a mic, and they think, oh, yeah, I'm about to record for 45 minutes, and they only sat down for 15 minutes.
Facts.
And they'll look up like, damn, I thought I was getting somewhere.
Facts.
So, just from two media
people and all that goddamn rebranding shit be blowing my mind. Can I cuss on?
Yeah, it's my shit. Look, it's my shit.
For real. Big fact, I was saying the same shit. But no, all that rebranding is good, but are you really rebranding or are you just putting some new fluff on the old shit?
Yeah.
Now
that's true.
Growth is growth.
Yeah.
So are you growing or are you rebranding? That's what I'm growing. So I definitely take breaks on purpose, but every time I come back, it's not a rebrand. I'm doing the same shit. I'm adding something different.
I'm back and I'm better.
I'm back and I'm better. I learned something new. Yeah. I didn't adjust the cameras. I didn't got lights or something. I didn't added something. Yeah. It's not a rebrand because I'm not changing the brand. Yeah. It's just a growth. Yeah. It's the growth. It's the hump almost.
It's the same thing.
You know?
It's the same thing. It's like we were just talking about breaks and how sometimes they're necessary. I only took that 1 week off, and people just literally will ask me, like, well, how you still going? Mm-hmm. It's just, you know what I'm saying? When something become a lifestyle, you kind of just keep going, and I'm learning as I go. So I kind of just take it to the next episode and keep it pushing. Mm-hmm. But when you take a break off like that, and you literally have time, I don't think people, utilize their time the right way.
Facts.
People will take their break off, and they'll say, oh, well, I'm rebranding, and they got a new logo, and that's not... That ain't it.
Yeah.
To rebrand, you have to, come up with new content or better content that may get you more listeners or whatever. I feel like when you take that break, you have to, step away for a minute to realize what the craft you're already doing, how you can make it better.
Exactly.
When people say rebrand, I'm thinking like they coming back with new content, new name. You just popped up with a new logo, like, oh yeah, we back. Like, okay.
Right.
It don't even give a reason why they was left
gone.
either.
Right.
They just
what happened?
Gone for 7 months, forgotten, and now they pop back up with a new logo.
Facts.
I don't know.
And respectfully, I haven't dropped since December 27th, and I feel like I'm still just as relevant.
Yeah, and but see, that's a cool little break though.
That is, but I adjusted. But I think that goes to show who's here to stay and who's not. You know what I'm saying?
And if you're gonna take a break, make sure you at least somewhat established. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I be trying to say.
Because you
gotta put in the work in first before you try to go ahead and take a break. You gotta put in some work for, like, people be trying to start something and 3 weeks later be like, all right, I'm gonna take a month off. Nigga, you just started. You can't do that.
You can't complain about something you wanted. I say that all the time. You can't complain about what you wanted, and then it ain't the results that you envision in your head.
Right.
But it's what was there. Like, it's what you envisioned. It's even though it's not exactly what you envisioned, that's still the dream that you had. So now people's like, they want to put the work in, but it's like,
and if you believe in your shit, even when you take your break, you're still pushing your shit.
Absolutely.
Every single day, I'm still somehow pushing my shit.
That's what I'm saying too. Like, I don't think that's what I'm saying. These rebrand and reboots and all of that. What is it really doing for your brand? Really think about stuff like that. So, I just kind of wanted to put that out there because Cleveland, we growing. We showed up for All-Star Weekend. How was your All-Star Weekend?
All-Star Weekend was good. It was good. I got out. I don't really be outside. You was outside. What did you do? What did you get into?
I was outside. Well, Friday was snowing, so I didn't really go too far. Friday went to Ink. We was at Alexis Sky. Shout out to Alexis Sky.
Shout out to Sky.
They reopened Ink. It's kind of cute in there. Shout out to Ink.
Okay.
Let's see. What did I do Saturday? I went to Henny and Waffles.
How was that?
It was really lit in there. Like, it was really lit. Like, when they say it's a day party, they was not playing. Like, it was, like, we went in. Brunch was from, like, I got there at, like, 1:30 maybe. We got there. Brunch was ended at, like, 3 or 4 or something like that. Mimosas on deck. Like, I had the little, it was, like, $20 for mimosas, and then I paid, like, $30 for the food. Unlimited mimosas or whatever. I asked them, like, can I have more than one? They was like, yeah. I was just going to ask for, like, 2, just take 2 at a time. They gave me 5.
Wow. They was have a good time.
Like, I had 5 flavors: pineapple, orange, cranberry, mixed them.
Oh, that's
like it was amazing.
That's a day party.
It was so lit in there, like
it
was ridiculous. Shout out to DJ Mrs. She was in there DJing. It was going it was going. It was great. Like, it was fun. I don't think no celebrities was there, and if they was there, I ain't seen none because it was packed as fuck. It was kicking it. It was a fun time. That night. I don't remember. I think I kept it local. Just went to like a quick little local bar that night because I was messed up. Like, I was so messed up because the party ended. The little day party ended at like 6 or 7. And that's the thing. It was so many day parties.
Yeah, it was.
To the point where it was brunch. Oh my day party after, and then they did the events, and then we back downtown.
Right.
Like, it was like sheesh.
Right.
Like, it was
every
so
day.
Crazy. Like, it was nuts. Like, it was so crazy.
You could spend a lot of money.
Yeah. But what's so crazy is the whole weekend I spent $168.
That's not bad.
And most of that was on food.
That's really not bad.
Like, 30 of that was on parking.
True that. Only 30?
Yeah. But I parked kind of far though. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I took a little walk. Okay. But I had on some boots. It was cute. I was fly the whole weekend. I did not take no pictures because I'm wearing them outfits again, and y'all not about to come for me. Wow. So yeah, life of a woman.
So they gonna see.
Life of a woman.
They gonna see what they gonna see.
Life of a woman. But if you saw me, you know I was looking good. But yeah, and then Sunday I ended up going to the All-Star game. My best friend got tickets, so that was cool. So that was fun.
What?
Everybody was in the building. That was so much fun. Seeing Earth, Wind, and Fire. That was live. That was lit. So that was fun.
Hell
and then it was at Ivy after. It was lit.
Who was there?
Ivy. Everybody. Oh my god.
It was just
everybody was there.
Really?
Oh my god, everybody was there. It was nuts. Like, it was like, from what I understand, they was waxing at the door, but I got there at a cool time to where I didn't get in at that cost. But I was like,
at that cost.
I was like, whoo, y'all waxing at the door, ain't y'all? But yeah, because I told my friend to come down, and she texted me, she called me. I'm messed up. I'm like, hey girl, did you hear? She's like, girl, they told me $250. I was like, $250? Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh Lord, my best friend paid for me to get in, so I didn't even know what. I was scared to ask him how much he paid for real, but it was nuts. I was like, $250 at the door?
For what?
It was so many celebrities in there though, like, it was ridiculous. It was. I'm not even gonna lie. Whoever was thirsty for dirt, y'all crazy.
Why you say that?
I don't know. He's just a celebrity. Calm down. Like, y'all was all over that man.
True.
But I mean, it's dirt. I mean, I get it. Galleria was going, from what I understand too. I'm so mad I wasn't able to, because I was so fucked up from Henny and Waffles. I wanted to go to the Black Expo at the Tower City.
That was amazing.
Everybody said that was amazing. I'm so glad that turned out well. My friend walked in the fashion show. There was just so much going on. Like, I never felt so overwhelmed with shit to do. Like,
facts.
Like, everybody texts me every 5 minutes. Come here. I'm just like, oh my god, like, what are we about to do? Like, it was just so much to do.
That much to do. And it was cold so as fuck.
And we did not care. Why was it so warm on Monday like that?
Right. That don't even make sense.
So yeah,
Cleveland
was Cleveland in this weekend for sure on the weekend. But shout out to All Star Weekend. We made so much money. Shout out to all the makeup artists, the hairstylists, the everybody. Shit, everybody made some bank this weekend. The promoters, all of y'all, like y'all came up. So shout out to y'all. You know, I hope y'all.
They couldn't wait.
Oh, they could not
wait.
Them promoters were so thirsty.
They good for the rest of the year.
All-Star Weekend was amazing. Like, it was really amazing to just, like, be downtown and just, like, it's traffic. Like, just traffic. Yeah. Like, it was insane.
It was insane.
The only reason why I drove that one day is because I was already kind of, like, in Garfield. And I was like, well, I'm already in my car. Let me test it out. And I did. And I was happy I was able to find $30 parking. True. It was close to Cleveland State, though, but I did it. So that's all that matters. So
true.
Shout out to y'all. Glad y'all was able to make y'all money.
Facts.
For sure.
Facts.
But yeah, we turned up Cleveland style. It was fun.
It was definitely Cleveland style.
Definitely Cleveland style. And whoever made love to Boosie, I hope he got paid. I hope he got paid, sis. I don't even know if she made love. She probably just sucked his dick, from what I understand.
Oh, is that when he was in the hood? When he had got that food?
Yeah.
You know that shit was gonna happen. They couldn't wait for that.
I was like, oh, so somebody couldn't wait to give it up. But, I just really hope that she would have got some money from that.
It's Boosie.
I'd have been like, shit, can I get some paper? Can I get some money from that? Shoot. But anyway. But alright, Tif, you know why you here. What you been listening to?
What I've been listening to? I've been listening to a lot of that new 2 Chainz. I've listened to that 2 Chainz.
Really?
And I have not liked 2 Chainz' last 3 albums. So this album is...
You didn't like Pretty Girls Like Trap Music?
That was the third one. Because it was...
I'm trying to think back now.
This was his last album I liked.
Okay.
So he put out 2 more prior to that. To the one.
Okay.
So there's 2 in the middle.
Like, hold on.
There's 2 in the middle. And because then... Yeah, I can't exactly remember which ones. But the one before this... When he dropped Now, I did not like it all. And I know the one before that. After
that's So Help Me God.
So Help Me God I did not like.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
And then the one right after this one I didn't like.
Rapper Go to the League.
Yeah, it didn't fit.
I liked Rapper Go to the League.
I liked the concept.
It grew on me.
But I didn't like it. It never had no replay value.
Okay.
And replay value is everything.
Replay value is very important.
So that had a lot of I could go replay that tonight and
Pretty Girls Love Trap Music. That was the shit. That's why I'm like, that was the shit.
But he had a lot of the same people on that album that he has on this one too, like Sway Lee.
Okay. Because I didn't listen to it all the way through. I was just talking with somebody and they was like, "You still listen to that 2 Chainz album, did you?" I was like, "Nope." Because any other time I'd be so thirsty for 2 Chainz.
Really?
And I don't know why I wasn't so eager to listen to it.
You got
but my ears are changing.
True that.
My ears are changing. True so I don't know if it's me being eager for other artists, but I'm still kind of shocked myself that I have not listened to 2 Chainz all the way through. Like, I probably listened to like 3 songs off of there.
Wow.
Yeah, I still got a lap there. I still got a lap step.
Yeah.
I'm surprised myself.
It takes time.
And then I'm overwhelmed. I got a music podcast. You know how much music I got to listen to on a daily, y'all?
You do.
I be so overwhelmed. I be like, and then I got to listen to it again and make sure I like it. Because sometimes I be rushed listening.
True.
So, somebody asked me, do I still enjoy music the same way? And yes, I do. Okay. Yes, I do. I want y'all to understand. Yes, I do listen to music.
That's a lot of music, though.
But when y'all send me music or send me songs or whatever, and then y'all feel like I should be listening to it, and sometimes I will listen to it like, damn, how come this slid past me? But it doesn't leave room for me to find new music. So I still have to take time for myself to, discover new music and still find these new artists for y'all. Because y'all be like, well, what you been listening to, kid? And I be like, the shit y'all sent me. That's what I've been listening to. Right. So it's like sometimes I got to balance the two. Because I've been getting that question lately. Somebody said, do you even still enjoy music the same way you do? Because when you first started, you used to be so excited. I'm like, I still am. I'm just more excited to hear what other people are listening to now. Because sometimes it gets so repetitive for me. And it's like, I heard that already. And then y'all send me artists, and I'll be like, that sound like da-da-da-da. That sound like... Somebody sent me artists that I swear sound like just like Playboy Cardi. And I was like, how many Playboy Cardis we need in the world?
I don't think nobody should sound like him.
Exactly.
I think there's
how
a
many
reason.
do we need?
Yeah, we don't need many.
How many do we need?
We don't need.
What else? What else I can listen to? I'm about to be back on my concert shit. Okay. I'm very excited for that. I'm going to the Roots Festival in Philly. So excited for that.
Who's headlining now?
so excited. Oh my god, it's so many people.
It is.
It's so many people. I was excited for the podcast. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. They hit doing the podcast stage this year.
Do they?
Like, yes, so they got Rory and Mel there. So I was like, yes, I gotta go.
Wow.
And then they got Mandy and Weezy, Horrible Decisions, gonna be there. Wallow.
And Gilly?
Yes.
Swear.
I was so happy. I'm like, I'm there for the podcast this year.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a lot of artists there too, to the point where I was like, you know what? I can't wait. But Mary J. Blige gonna be there, Summer Walker, Wizkid, Jasmine Sullivan, Black Thought, Rick Ross, Benny the Butcher, Masego, Chief Keef, G Herbo, Freddie Gibbs. Who was else I excited for? Oh, and Alex Isley, beautiful ass voice. Oh my god, I was just excited. But I'm so excited because it just seemed like Mary J. Blige is really like coming out the gate.
Is.
Like she like not
She's
playing this
it.
year.
She
Her album
playing.
is actually Flames.
Is it?
Yes.
I haven't listened.
The shit is Flames. I listened to it on accident. Like, no, I listened to the song Rent Money and I didn't realize I was playing the album. Because I like her song Rent Money. The song fire. If y'all don't listen to it, it's actually fire. Yes. Yeah. The song fire. And I was actually listening to the whole album and I was like, that shit kind of Flames. Like, hold on. She back in her bag, but she not playing. She just had to pay that man all that money.
Ooh.
Her ex-husband took her up top. Like, her ex-husband took all her money for real. So I think that's why she not playing. Like, she got that role on Power. Yeah. She got a new album. She touring. She did a Super Bowl. And she performed the All-Star.
Trying to take that. Yeah, and the All-Star.
She was
the only one who did both.
She did both. Like,
yeah,
she made some bank just from February alone.
That's
so
a fact. That
I
and
hope
she's just
getting her
as relevant as she's been in years.
Yeah, like she always been relevant, but she's so relevant this year. Like she already, to me, she already got the comeback award for 2022. Like she coming out the gate like Mariah Carey back in the day. When she, you know what I'm saying? Like Mariah Carey came out the gate. So I feel like she coming with that energy. She acting like her rent is due, and it is.
Right.
And I feel her. So I just appreciate her being so open about it too. Like artists wouldn't be so open. Oh, I'm just back in the game. No, bitch. This nigga took me up top.
Is that what she said?
She basically said like he took all my money in the divorce.
I gotta watch get back that in interview. I gotta watch that Breakfast Club interview.
It's crazy. And
I know she went in.
She went in.
I know
like,
she did.
She real. She's so real. She's so real.
What?
Yeah. So shout out to her.
She took her up top.
Basically took all her money.
That's
and look, she owe him alimony and stuff. And I feel so bad because as long as they got kids or anything like that.
What?
Like she really auntie out here.
He really finessed the game.
Messed up. So I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we always talk about Dr. Dre and his wife taking him up top. We ain't talking about Mary J. Blige enough. Like,
took up top.
She got took up top.
But Dr. Dre got took up top too, though.
And it was not fair how he got took
up top. Oh my gosh.
Like, she was coming for everything to the point where it was like, you serious? Like,
that's why it's scary to be. I ain't trying to be
there. It ain't in you.
Look, never been. Never been.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this generation would not change my mind, but you know, it's not one thing that I'm pressed for these days. Right. Though, like if it happened, if a nigga really asked me to be his wife, I'm like, you for real, me? Me? You chose me? Swear to God. I'm like, yeah, nigga, come on. You wanna go now? We can do it now. I don't need no ceremony, and we can really go now. Like, come on, we can go now. Like that's really how I am. I'm so like, I just be like, once you tell me something, like, I'm already looking. Word? How much is it? We can go downtown right now, baby. I can go tomorrow. It's nothing. It's nothing. But art. Right. So who is an artist to you that is overrated?
Right now. Overrated right now. I would say the Kid Leroy.
Overrated to you?
Yeah, he's definitely overrated. He's good. Don't get me wrong, but he's not Juice WRLD. And they try to make him. They literally, if you watch the formula of how they dropped his music, they dropped him in the Juice WRLD. That's why the title was "Fuck Love" and how his whole.
I see that now.
You know what I'm saying? But that not to say he's not talented, because he is, but for him to have over. Whatever Spotify views over Drake. Stop playing with me. Over Drake.
Yeah, that's what I be saying too.
Stop playing with me. I don't care how hot you is. Over.
But ain't he white? I'm not trying to be funny.
No,
Ain't
he's
nobody.
Australian, so I get where he's gonna have more. He has a whole country
Because I
like
was just
Drake
having this
did.
conversation on Twitter. It's not hard for white people to make it in the music
No, it's
business.
not.
And I think that's insane.
No, it's
The
not.
the more you think about it, like I still don't know to this day how Jack Harlow is big as how he is. He's not that hard to do.
Jack Harlow been working. I like Jack Harlow's story.
Yeah, he got a good story.
He wasn't about to make it. He had
like
a whole
his
little
story,
gimmick
too.
at first, and it was bad for him.
Yeah, I like his story.
So
His
for him
story
to
makes
blow
sense.
up and like really be able to show like, yeah, I was like getting 1,000 listeners. Now I'm at like 60 million. Like that's crazy.
It is crazy.
In a year though.
It's crazy.
That's like J. Cole 1 year can change your life type of like in real life.
In real life. In real life. But that always goes back to how hard you gonna grind too, because he grinded it the fuck out.
Too. And he made some smart moves. Like Drewski, he put him on his tour early. Drewski took the hell off. So now they can bounce stuff off each other.
Agreed.
So they're gonna be able to be bigger.
Agreed.
That's what people don't be really realizing. That's why Lil Baby got so big.
Yes.
That's why Drake's still so big. Because
so
you could
true.
bounce off your career off another person and keep that relevancy.
True.
That's why Thug's never gonna fall off. That's why
Gunna
ever.
When you have that's why I say so much too. When you have a team and you kind of affiliate yourself with somebody and they remember your name and they affiliate your name with somebody, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Right.
If you really support your person that hard and they put your name next to that person all the time,
right,
that ain't bad.
And then when you making stars,
it's association.
It's just like the Jay-Z effect, right? So Jay-Z.
Go there.
When Jay-Z was boom, every time he dropped number one, he got a little older, but Kanye was killing it. Yay, it's time.
Easy.
Watch the Throne. Boom.
Easy.
Now you can collab an album.
I got you producing my beats. I got you hopping on this. Oh, now you okay?
You rap now?
Oh, you making noise?
Come on.
Bet.
Come
on. Watch the Throne is a timeless album.
It's a timeless album.
And that's kind of like where I'm at with music now. What happened to the timeless part?
It's out there.
You ever like listen to like okay, like you ever just dawn on you like, damn, that album 4 years old, and then you be like, well, when the last time I listened to that shit? It ain't timeless how it used to be. True. R&B ain't how it used to be. We do not have a Luther Vandross, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
There is
until we have a Luther Vandross.
There is no male R&B right now, to be honest. As far as like young Jacquees, is he really the king?
Hell no, I don't know. I really don't know.
Who else young that's really killing it?
You know,
it's still these old niggas killing it.
It's still these old niggas killing it. You right.
Tank can come out right now.
I was gonna say Tank just said he put out his last album, and I kind of was hurt behind that because I'm like, damn, like you ain't even passing the torch to nobody.
They trying to take Trey Songz out of here. They been trying to get Chris Brown out of here.
Trey
so it's
Songz
like
Trey Songz is.
It's tough,
sir. I really pray for you.
I do too.
I pray for you.
He been real quiet.
And he needs to be. Just shut up. Stop it. Stop it. My only thing is there's good R&B, but it's like they don't have like they like that song to like put them up to, like I love Giveon so much.
He's one of them. He's probably the new leader of the new school.
Heartbreak Anniversary ain't it.
Really?
Not to me.
That shit
you know how many better songs there is than Heartbreak Anniversary? That's why I say sometimes labels be in the way. Labels be in the way sometimes.
I'll give you that one because it's probably a lot more songs.
Heartbreak Anniversary do not hit the same way like I Want You. Like I Want You was a banger. Like a banger. Like
Heartbreak Anniversary was not the best song.
It wasn't. I mean, it's not a bad song.
That's facts.
It's not a bad song, but it's like out of all them songs on that album, it's like, why did we make this the single? Kind of how I felt about SZA too. Why was The Weeknd a single?
Oh,
it did what it needed to do, but
it did more than it needed to do.
It did way more than it needed to do.
That was an anthem.
It was.
That was a good
But when
move.
you go, but that's kind of like I always say on here too. It's a Jhené Aiko effect, right? Because Jhené Aiko, she comes out and she makes these songs about being this sexual being. You listen to her album, it's nothing fucking like that.
Right.
She got bobs and singing bowls and everything else. She did what needed to do to make you tap in on her shit, and people still gonna listen to it.
Right.
I feel like that's kind of the same way with a lot of these artists. They kind of taking that same effect. I can come out and say this, but when you tap into my album, it really don't sound like that.
True. Which I mean, I guess
it's not a bad thing. but I'm sick of it.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I'm sick of it. Like
I
I
respect
don't. I want consistency all the way around. So that Heartbreak Anniversary, like when I heard that was a single, like when I heard it on the radio type of thing, I was like, what?
I think it's just because it connected the meaning behind the song. Like I don't think the song was that great, but like Heartbreak Anniversary goes straight into like your last breakup. Like that's exactly as soon as you think of say those words, you thinking of that last breakup. So it's like
it do. I like Giveon though because he kind of takes the new shit that we got going on, like with this toxicity and everything. But he kind of takes it back to like that old feeling too, like kind of begging for your girl in a way.
Yeah, because no niggas saying it right now except her.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
ain't nobody begging.
Ain't nobody saying, "Oh, I love my girl, want to make it right with my girl." Nobody's saying that. Just like these girls making songs about, "Oh well, I fucked you and your nigga. What's up?"
Right.
And that's why we are the way we are now.
Right. It's rough out here.
It's rough out here.
It's rough out here.
It's rough out here. All right, so
you can't.
No, you can't.
You can't be too sentimental.
You can't. Yeah, that's the problem for men. They can't be too sentimental. And
One wish would not work right now. If Ray J dropped one wish,
they gonna cry. The dude gonna be crying, and the girl gonna be like,
you don't get your.
No, she gonna be like, look at this nigga outside my house.
Facts.
Look at this nigga outside my house.
Facts. In the rain.
This nigga ridiculous.
Facts.
And close that shit and post it on Instagram, and now he a meme.
Exactly.
Man can't show no type of emotion. It's a cruel world for you.
Man.
Cruel world.
Cruel world.
Who underrated to you?
Lil Papa.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's super underrated. He's probably the most consistent. He should be just as big as Apollo G.
Okay.
He should be just as big as them.
I can see that.
If not, he should be around. He should be doing those types of concerts for sure.
I feel that.
Talent wise, he's just as good as any of them.
I feel that though. He is talented though.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people like just coming from the South that's like
I think he's better than Young and Ace.
Like they're just rolling around and they just kind of lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
But they good. They just kind of like they gotta get a little bit more recognition. I don't know what's missing, but I see that though. He definitely.
Papa just needs that big song. He just needs that one big. Like Polo G just had some bangers.
Polo G got albums you could play straight.
That.
And
but
to
so
me, as a rapper, that's insane.
That's impossible. That's super, super rare.
As a rapper, I
can
play your album straight through. You know how rare
very rare. And I love albums, so I'm very hard on albums. So that's why I know Lil Papa got that, but he just don't got that rap star. What was that? That one song that his last, Polo G's last pop. He ain't got a pop out. He ain't got a rap star where you know what I'm saying it goes 2 times platinum. He don't got them songs.
Yeah, cause Polo G really doing it though.
No, he got huge. He every album went platinum, but he has huge song
hits
that just are out of here. Cause I think Little TJ's overrated. I don't think he can rap for real.
I agree. He cool for like to put on the book real quick, but he
like 19. He sound like it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Some of these rappers do sound like age.
Facts.
Like you need some bass in your voice.
Facts. Like Polo G, I can listen to him because he sound like he's been through a lot.
Yeah.
Lil TJ just sound young and just happy to be here.
He do.
And it's like I get it, but it's like
my dude say it all the time though. Is it what did he say? Is it enough pain to go around? Like everybody got that pain in their voice.
Right.
To the point where you kind of just thinking like everybody can't be going through the same shit. Where's the happy music? And I kind of feel that sometimes, because sometimes it do get overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? He get tired of playing Big Young Boy.
I love Young Boy. I don't like him when he be on that.
He called me an op.
Ooh.
He called me an op.
What?
Because I like Dirk and Young Boy. And I would play their music back to back. Their beef is not my beef.
That is not my beef.
That is not my beef.
That's what 2 Chainz said. He's like, nigga, I'm putting them back to back. Versus. What you mean?
My own versus battle.
What? And both of them songs is dangerous.
My both of them. I don't care. I'm gonna bring it on and I'm put on AHA right after that shit. That shit is hilarious to me. All right, before we get off here and get to these musical notes, what is an artist that you listen to that you think somebody will be surprised that you listen to? Well, first
I
of
don't know
all,
about surprise.
I'm not surprised, but you know, like, cause sometimes people say stuff. I'm like, you listen to them?
I think people will be surprised of how I follow a specific artist, like a Currency. Like I listen to everything he drops, and he drops like every month.
He always say Currency drop a lot of music.
Um,
I don't like his. I feel like he should have left his hair alone. I don't. Every time I see him on YouTube, I get so mad now.
really?
I really feel like he should have left his hair alone. Like, I don't. Locks ain't for everybody.
True that.
Locks ain't for everybody.
True that. I think what maybe be interesting would be I listen to Earl Sweatshirt still.
Oh, Earl Sweatshirt.
I still listen to him.
His new shit.
His new shit.
Okay.
His new shit. Even though I didn't like Feet of Clay, I did not like that album, but I liked the album before that.
Don't say the album before that was hard.
The one before that and the one he just dropped.
The one he just dropped is so
it's pretty good.
Crazy.
It's
like
pretty
I wasn't
good.
expecting.
I like it.
I wasn't expecting. Shout out to Earl.
So
Shout out to Earl.
So yeah, those are probably two. Vince Staples, like those people. Like I listen to a lot of them.
I used to be obsessed with Vince Staples.
Really, I used to not like him.
Yeah, I used to be obsessed. Like when he first came out, I used to be really obsessed. Like by weird people. Like I used to just be like, because I just liked his aesthetic, like him, Tyler the Creator, stuff like that. When they first dropped, I was obsessed. Like I want to know everything about them. But I'm starting to get back into Vince Staples though, cause he's that nigga.
He is.
Shout out to them though. For sure.
And he's so smart.
Yeah.
When he talk about just the way, cause I be watching a lot of interviews and shit. So like,
yeah,
the way he be talking and like why he was doing certain things at certain times, like he was making music just to put it in movies at one point.
Oh, that's cool.
Like that's smart as fuck. Like
that's
he
so
understood how to get his checks.
That's
even
so
if he didn't have the biggest hits. That's why he was like, yeah, just give me my money and leave me alone because like I know what I'm doing.
That's so true.
And then he went back. Like I like people's stories.
That's raw. Yeah, some stories do. You be like, ooh, I like that. I like that in you. That do make sense though. Alright, so we're gonna get into these musical notes because these celebrities think I be fucked up this week. What be going on? First and foremost, since we was talking about All-Star Weekend, Ari said that she charged $30K. And everybody was like, well, what is your talent? What do you do? Listen, that's not even my question. Anytime this bitch came to Cleveland, y'all paid $30K? Y'all think about the wrong things. Think about when the bitch came to your city. Think about that for a minute. Think about your city. Because I don't think about mine. Cleveland did not charge that bitch no $30K. I don't care. I don't
10K
care.
hot pocket and get on through.
I don't see her getting paid $30K every time. But at the same time, I really feel like she's a liar. Somebody was, I feel like she's just a liar about a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Just, you're not getting $30K just off of club appearances as a baby mama. Let's be real. I know she hate that, but you don't do nothing. A model.
She's gotten $30K. But that's because people overcharge.
That's what I'm saying. People overpay for shit.
Like
exactly.
The Rolling Louds and the big shit. Like, yeah, you're gonna overcharge. That's like how Moneybagg Yo said I get $200K for a show. Like, no, nigga, you got that shit one time because that was a special event and they really wanted you.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be a one-time thing. Now, mind you may charge, because think about it. If you go on tour as an artist, that's how you make your money. So if you're just a club person, you're just doing clubs, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So far, when I think about it, the most you're gonna pay to get into a club on a good night is what, 100, depending on what city you in. If they was paying you $30K every trip, every time you went out, and you be at clubs every weekend in a new city, you're not getting at that quickly. You're not.
But she probably at like for real. But it's like what Currency said. He said this on one of his newer tapes. He said my price is my price, depending on who you ask. So like to the world it's $30K. But to her, if you know her management and y'all been cool, you could probably get her for 12 or 15.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? Or if she knows you, she may even do it for 5 or 10.
That's true too.
Like, that's how that shit.
Because I'm really thinking about how big our clubs are. They not that big. We was just in there balls to balls. Sheesh. We was in there balls to balls and shit.
I do this all the time to myself.
And I'm just thinking about like our clubs and the size of them.
Yeah.
And there's nobody that's alone paying you $30K and then turning around and charging everybody in the club that has a capacity of 300 max, and they charging $100 to get in the club for everybody. You didn't even meet your quota. They didn't even make their money back.
Right.
So I can't imagine them every time paying you $30K. Like, that's insane to me. Thinking about it. Yeah. Like, I really was thinking about that. Like, $30K. $30K. And you flying out for one night.
And they gotta pay for the hotel. And they gotta pay for
most of the time, yeah. Most of the time, they do gotta pay for that every trip.
Stop, man.
So yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one, sis. I don't know what that one says. This nigga Idris Elba said he's stepping away from acting to do music.
Now? What the fuck? Why now?
Hold on.
I feel like that shit. I feel like you should have did that like 15
Hold
years
on. Let me get this mic right. Because when I seen that shit too, that shit was hilarious.
I think I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
I seen that shit. I'm like, wait, what? Now? How much money you made alone?
I guess he's just bored.
He bored with what?
Making money, I guess. I don't know.
Bored with what? Like,
I don't know. That acting shit is weird, though. People be bored. People get bored.
I feel like acting messes with your personality.
It definitely does. I don't think they be getting lost.
Like, I'm thinking right now, this is, every time I think about this, I think, and I'm going to keep bringing this up. Zendaya, are you a crackhead? You play this too well.
Too well.
You playing it too well. I'm worried for your health, sis. Are you a crackhead?
I wonder how much she went, you know, how down the rabbit hole.
And then they do things to like make themselves feel that character.
Exactly.
How long do you do that for?
Exactly.
You're filming for at least a year plus. Don't let it be a movie.
Right.
So, like, I was just thinking about like they filming again for John Wick.
Is that the 5th movie?
The 4th one.
Golly.
It's supposed to come out in May.
This is like
you think this man
Bourne.
really don't think he kind of be blowing shit up in a way?
Well, I mean, what's his name again?
Keanu Reeves.
I mean, with a name like that, you kind of think you a badass anyway.
I would.
You know? That's a cool ass fucking... Who else got that name?
I would.
I think I'm the shit anyway, so...
That's raw as fuck.
And I'm John Wick? Fuck out of here. What you gonna tell me?
I really just feel like some of these roles, like, it's hard to come out of.
Like Neil... Whatever his name is. Jason... No,
Jason Momoa.
Is Neil... The dude who always getting his daughter taken. He really believed shit be getting taken from him.
Yeah. Tyrese.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, he really is emotional.
Yeah,
like, I really feel like he really is emotional. Like,
but if you look at Tyrese been on some big movies. Tyrese was in every one of the...
Fast and Furious.
He was in every one of the Fast and Furious.
And what he do on there? Wine.
He was in most of the Fast. He was in most of the Transformer.
He was.
Like, he got some big placements, though.
He got some big bank.
For real.
He got some big bank.
I was watching Transformers. I'm like, damn.